All right, hello everyone out there in YouTube land. I have a quick video for you today. Those of you who are already in the military probably already know this, but I'm going to talk to you today about military moves. So, when the military says, hey, you got to move, you got to go to a new location, to a new base, they're going to handle that for you. So, but you have a few options. You can have them move your entire stuff, all your stuff, where they will contract with a moving company to come in. They will box your stuff up, wrap it up, box it up, every single thing in your house, put it on a moving truck, and then you'll see it whenever it gets there when you get to your new location. And so that way you don't have to worry about anything. It just goes. But if you're like me, that would actually worry you because maybe I don't want people packing all my stuff. I got some fragile things that I don't want the guys packing because I might not pack it right or whatever. So you can actually pack some stuff up yourself and box some stuff up yourself, and that's fine. But say you want to actually do some of the moving yourself. There is options for that. And we have DIDY, which stands for Do It Yourself Move. We have Partial DIDY, which stands for Partial Do It Yourself Move. And so full DIDY, partial DIDY, or none at all. Those are your three options. So I would definitely recommend at least doing a partial DIDY. Here's how it goes. The Air Force is going to, or the Air Force, not always the Air Force, I get it. So the military is going to pay you 80% of what it's going to cost them to ship that same amount of goods to your next base. So if it costs them $10,000 to do and you do it, and so they're going to pay you $80,000. $10,000 to do, they'll pay you $8,000. So it's a way to make some money. It's work, of course, but it's a way to make a chunk of change. So I would recommend at least a partial DIDY. So you're going to be packing up stuff yourself and moving it. Obviously, I would not do a full DIDY because that is too huge, especially with people that have been around a while and have accumulated a lot of stuff. My first move, or one of my first moves, actually my second move, I did a full DIDY and I just shoved everything in my car. I weighed my car empty, I loaded it up and I weighed it full, and then I drove all the way across country to my next base. So that's how the partial DIDY will work too. You will weigh your vehicle empty, you'll weigh it with stuff in it, and you'll drive it across country. And so you'll get paid based on the weight that you're moving. So, and also there are weight limits, by the way. So for example, if you're a brand new person, you're an E1 or an E3 or below, and you have no dependents, you can move 5,000 pounds or 8,000 pounds if you have dependents. And as you go up higher, like say the staff sergeant can ship 7,000 pounds if they're single or 9,000 pounds if they have dependents. Go up to officers, lieutenants can ship 10,000 pounds or 12,000 if they have dependents. And officers like, we'll say lieutenant colonel, 16,000 pounds. So you have a lot more weight allowance as you go higher in rank. So you can agree with that if you want to or not agree with it, but I guess rank has its privileges in certain cases, and that's what we're looking at here. So you can move, we'll say, 5 to 10,000 pounds, depending on your rank. You're going to get paid for the weight that you're moving and the mileage that you're moving. But there's more things to get paid. You get what's called a dislocation allowance, meaning just the fact that they have to make you move, they're going to give you some money. And it's around $3,000 to $5,000, depending on your rank, really. So when you get to your new base, like when I got to my very last base before I got out of the Air Force, I think they paid me like $5,000 just as a dislocation allowance, just because I had to go from one place to another. And they also pay you for driving there. So say I'm driving from California to Florida. Well, it's probably going to take me like 5 days to get there. So they're going to give me per diem for 5 days, not only for me, but also for my family, my dependents. I got 2 kids and I got a wife. So I'm going to get per diem for them too, so I can make sure to get them in a hotel. I'm going to get paid mileage and gas on all of our vehicles. If we drive 2 vehicles, I drive a vehicle, my wife drives a vehicle, we're going to get mileage on both of those vehicles. So we're going to get paid for mileage, we're going to get paid our per diem, we're going to get paid dislocation allowance, and if we have a trailer or something like that with some of our household goods, we're going to get paid for moving that up to 80% of what the military would provide for us. So if you're stressed about moving, PCSing, don't be so stressed. It could be an opportunity to save some money, I guess, in a way, as long as you can do it a cheap way, because that dislocation allowance is pretty. It's a pretty good deal. Now, you can only get a dislocation allowance one time per calendar year. So say you moved in January and then for some reason you had to move again in December, you're not going to get dislocation allowance for both of those, but you'll get everything else. You'll get the mileage per diem, all that sort of thing. And of course, if you do the Diddy move, you'll get that 80% of what the military would cost to move that. So if you have any questions on this, the office to talk to is TMO, which is Transportation Management Office. And every base, be it military, be it Air Force, be it Marines, Army, Navy, Coast Guard, or Space Force, they will have a TMO office that can help you with all of your questions that you might have on this subject. All right, that's all I have for today's video. Have a great day.